Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mad Max Knives Knife Channel. Today we're going to go over a couple neck knives and one flashlight, although there's actually two, but it's the same model. It's just one updated, one not. I did mention before, I am kind of a Cold Steel fanboy, so we're going to go over three neck knives today, all made by Cold Steel. First one I want to show you today is the Cold Steel Mini Leather Neck. Comes in a nice neck knife. That's the beaded chain that comes with it. We have Cold Steel's Secure-X sheath. Now this one is a little different. It does kind of have a push-off point to utilize, but there is a handguard on the knife. So if you do have to go pokey on someone, your fingers aren't going to slide up over the blade. We do have a wonderful lanyard hole, if you like lanyard holes in your knives. They have the Cray-X rubber handle. Sides are textured. So are the fronts, but there's small little soft spots for your hands to fit into. It is a 3-finger knife, so your pinky's going to float and kind of hold on at the bottom of the pommel. Blade length comes in at 3.5 inches. And the handle length comes in at 3.25 inches. So for those of you that are really good at math, the total length comes in at 6.75 inches. The blade thickness comes in at 3 millimeters. And the total knife weight comes in at 3.3 ounces. Now the handle material is the Cray-X rubber that Cold Steel uses a lot. The blade steel itself is 8CR13 MOV steel. Wears very well. Cold Steel's model number, actually I do not have the model number for this one, but it does run right around $23 on Amazon. It is a good durable budget steel that Cold Steel uses. So that's the first neck knife. Second neck knife is, I think, an awesome blade design, but I also did not like it. I was a little surprised when I bought it. It does come with a different styled Secure-X, kind of a pinch style. But again, even with the mini leather neck, no blade rattle. No blade rattle with the counter. Oh well, little blade rattle, but it doesn't come out whatsoever. It's a little blade rattle because of the dagger design. This does come as a neck knife, as you see the attached necklace, but it also makes a pretty good boot knife, and I'll go over the reason why, which is also the same reason that I was surprised when I bought it. Now this handle material is also the Cray-X rubber. The blade length comes in at 3 3/8 of an inch. And the handle length itself is also 3 3/8 of an inch. And total length, it comes in at 6 3/4 of an inch. My rubber is a little beat up here at the bottom, as you can tell. So don't tell her, but the rubber broke. The blade thickness comes in at 4 millimeters. And it comes in at a total weight of 2.1 ounces, so it's nice and light. Blade steel also comes in at a Japanese AUS 8 steel. AUS 8A, sorry. It does come with a stone-washed finished spear point blade. Now, as I've already ruined the surprise and flipped it over, when I bought this knife, I'm thinking, oh wow, that's a really beautiful dagger, you know? And then I got it, and I was shocked to see this is actually a different kind of grind knife. Like, it's not the same design on the front as it is the back, because the back is actually flat. This is what they call a chisel grind knife. So instead of having a V apex on the blade, it actually just comes to a slant. I don't know if you can much tell, but there's, like, this side is completely flat. Like, there's no blade there, or no apex. Like I said, it is a spear point blade. These run in at $35, but they are a great boot knife as well. Once you buy the, of course, the separate mounting option, which is a Cold Steel clip, small. and I'll show you one of those here in a second, because I actually have one on the third neck knife, which is why you do not see another necklace down here. My favorite of the three is the next knife. It is called the Cold Steel Tokyo Spike. Now, they run about $30 on Amazon. It is a larger knife. The blade length comes, well, it again comes in the Secure-X sheath. Little blade wiggle, because mine is old. I love the texture on the handle. It is a 4-inch handle. And a nice, beautiful blade length. It's got a nice push-off point there. Mine's a little dirty, so don't mind the mess. I do love this blade shape. Again, this is the Cold Steel Tokyo Spike. It is a 4-inch clip point blade. Blade steel is... Actually, this one is a little bit different. This one is a German 116 steel, stainless steel. So, the German 4116 stainless steel. This is cryogenically quenched. So it is heat treated and then cryogenically quenched, which makes it a pretty good durable knife. Germans got to freeze some stuff, I guess. Beautiful blade. I kind of refer to it as my tactical steak knife. Nice textured handle for zero slip. You have a nice finger choil there. And then the blade design, the way it comes up here, is a nice place to rest your thumb and finger. So if you do have to pokey, you're not going to slide up. Now, I was saying earlier that if you're not a neck knife fan, but you still do like to carry the smaller knives, this is the Cold Steel clip. They call it a C clip, as in C as in Charlie. This is the C clip small. They do make them larger, and I wish that the large ones looked better, but they don't. So you end up with this part sticking out of your pocket, which tends to be a little bit ugly, in my opinion, but that's okay. This is, again, the Tokyo Spike. Now, most of Cold Steel is made in Taiwan, but they do make a good product. The Tokyo Spike runs about $30. I don't know if I said that. Total weight for the Tokyo Spike comes in at 2.3 ounces. 3mm blade length. So the handle material on this is actually a little different. I think they call this Grivex instead of the Crayex as the other one. Or no, actually, I think this is just G10 handles. So, again, Secure-X sheath. Those are 3 Cold Steel neck knives. Back to the counter tack 2, how I mentioned that it was a chisel grind and how the side is flat. That is actually, in my opinion, what makes it a good boot knife. Once you get a C-clip, or if you can find a smaller ulti-clip to fit these holes, you could slide it in right along the side of your leg in a boot and rest that against your leg, the flat side towards you, so it's not that bothersome. Makes a really great boot knife. Alright, so these are the 2 flashlights I carry. This is my work beater I've talked about before. This is a Wubin L50. Now, this is an older model for the L50. It does come with a power button and the charging port. Now, these are water resistant. Some say waterproof, but because mine are older, I wouldn't go dunking them in water, just simply because the rubbers are beat up and probably don't seal properly. This comes with a micro USB charger. It does have, I know for sure 3, but I think there's actually a 4th and a way to make it go strobe. But the turbo mode is 1200 lumens. Now, I work on cars doing oil and tire, and we have an oil pit, so we go down low, and a lot of times to find the oil bolt and the oil filter underneath the cars, we use flashlights for work purposes. Now, the older model Wubin L50 has a drop height of 1.5 meters. And I got to admit, I have dropped the ever-loving heck out of this thing. I mean, as you can tell, it is beat up and scuffed up. I want to say like at least 10% of the black paint is gone. This thing comes all black. Again, it's a Woobin L50. Turbo mode is 1200 lumens. So back to what I was saying, when I work on cars in the oil pit, a lot of people come out with the pen lights and inspection lights that are like 100, 300 lumens. Now, I wear glasses and I have some vision problems. So like when I'm underneath a car, I need it to be daylight. So the 1200 lumens just comes in beautifully. It does not come with a sheath like presented here. This is a Woobin sheath that I purchased by itself, which I think ran about 20 bucks. I'll have to double check on that. But like I said, 1200 lumen flashlight. Now, I have a prettier model that I carry when I'm not working. Again, a Woobin L50. Now, this is a newer, updated model of it because this actually has the Type-C charging port. Much like today's phones, if you're an Android user, most of your stuff is Type-C nowadays. So that's why I kind of upgraded to that. That and I kind of wanted something a little prettier to carry around. Didn't look so beat up, you know. Again, 3 or 4 light modes and a way to go strobe, but I can't remember how because I never used the feature. Super, super bright. Oh yeah, so 4 light modes. There's low, medium, and turbo. And like I said, turbo is 1200 lumens. I have used this thing on and off during an 8-hour shift. I can normally go 2 days without charging the battery. But then again, like I said, I'm only using it 5 minutes at a clip. Probably a car every 20 minutes maybe if I'm doing consecutive oil changes. And I can go 2 days without charging the battery. So they're pretty good flashlights. I think they run around $50. So they're not a dirt cheap flashlight, but they are a pretty good budget flashlight. I do recommend checking those out. And that's all I got to go over today. There is another Tanto neck knife by Cold Steel that is similar to the mini leather neck that we showed you. That has a Tanto blade, but it has a different design on the rubber handle. It's called the Kyoto 1, and I don't think it has the hand pommel. But you guys should check that out too if you like the Tanto designs. That has a more Japanese styled rubber handle, kind of like the way a samurai sword is wrapped. It's pretty neat. I have one. I was going to include it in the video, but for the life of me, when I went to go look for it, I could not find it. Those who know me personally know I'm not one of the super organized type people. I kind of keep all my knives in a bucket, if not an ammo can. So, yeah, I mean, if I find it, I will go ahead and show it off. If not, I will just include a link and you guys can check it out through the affiliate link for Amazon. So, hey, that's it for tonight. I know this is the 3rd video this week. So hopefully if I get some more time, maybe I'll throw out a 4th. I will try to consecutively have at least 2 videos per week. Normally posted sometime between Monday and Wednesday. Because I work Thursday, Fridays, or well, Thursday through Sunday. So, stop by, use the links, and check out Amazon. If you guys are interested in any of the knives. I do love to carry the Tokyo Spike. I even love to carry it as a neck knife, and I'm not much of a neck knife person despite having a few. I used to be, but now because I carry a vape around my neck, tends to add a little extra weight when you throw on a knife too. So I did purchase a couple of the Cold Steel C-clips to do a pocket carry with. And they do hold on to the pocket very well. They don't destroy your pocket whatsoever. So I recommend checking them out. They're not the prettiest, because all you see is this top piece of plastic hanging out of your jeans. Looks a little weird, but yeah, not everything's got to be pretty. It's just got to be functional. So That's all I got. You guys have a blessed day or night, depending on when you see this video, and keep stopping by the channel and checking things out. We're going to show a couple more over the weeks. I did buy a new knife to show you guys, a new budget knife. So maybe we'll do an unboxing video. Alrighty, well, hey, again, have a blessed day or night, guys, and stop back by.